See my wrinkled lips. Hi. Come on in, people. Okay. Sisters, how y'all feeling? Brothers, y'all all right? I'm getting tired of y'all. You don't never buy me nothing. And every time you come around, you got to bring Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone. Now why can't we be by ourselves sometimes? I just want it to be you and me like we used to be, baby. But you don't know how to act. So matter of fact, I think you better call Tyrone. Call him and tell him, come on, get your on. Hi, guys. I don't know why that song stuck in my head. Well, because of my title. Because of my title. I hope everyone is doing good today. I really do. I am. I'm mediocre. I mean, I'm good. I have no complaints. None. God is good. All the time, God is good. I just said, I didn't come yesterday. I was running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Y'all know how that is. Let me get in the chat here. Should I set a goal? No, I'm not going to set no goal. Um, I hope everyone's doing good today. I am. I'm good. I finally got the courage, believe it or not, the courage to start taking my vitamin D. I was really skeptical, guys. I mean, because vitamin D is not bad for you or anything, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of leery, and I had got it about a month ago, and I was the one that wanted her to do some blood work to see where my vitamin D levels were, and they were low. And I remember a friend telling me a while ago. She said, "Girl, you need to do vitamin D." And it seems like I remember buying it in the drugstore. I mean, yeah, in one of those, vitamin shops. And it seems like I recall it not sitting well with my stomach. I don't know if that's delusioned or I don't remember, but it seems like that. So it kind of turned me off. It might not even have been the vitamin D. But nevertheless, and it was funny, my daughter was on the phone, my youngest daughter. I was like, pray while I'm taking it. I said, pray right now, because it's only once a week, guys. And like I said, I get like that, just being honest. But let me see who's in the chat. Hi, Miss Jackie, you the first one in the building. Miss Jackie, would you drop your Cash App? Drop it like it's hot in that mother swinging chat, Miss Jackie. Drop that Cash App, because I got something coming your way. You the first one in the building. Bam. Y'all know what time it is. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Anywho, let me carry on. I'm so silly. I tickle myself. Y'all, I got mascara on. Can you see it? And I have brown eyeliner. a little bit, a tiny bit of lipstick blush. I take my lipstick and go doo doo doo. I don't put it on my lips no more until I get this grill worked on, you know. I don't want to call too much attention. That's why I be eating like this. I ain't got it twisted. And how about I called the dentist, right? I wanted a printout of everything that they did because I did take out some money for that thing, and I believe that they got way much more money than the work that they did. So she said, okay, I'm gonna send it right over to your email. Check the email. There ain't no email in there. Y'all playing with me? Don't make me call that Better Business Bureau, because I surely will. Clock that T, y'all. All right, let me get in the chat. I'm just all over the place. Hi, Thomasina. Hi, beautiful girl. I see somebody sent me something jewels, some Julie jewels or something. I'm going to get to it. Hi, Gwen, darling. Afternoon, Miss April, love. Miss April in chat. Hi, my beautiful Gwen. I still ain't listened to the message, Gwen. I was so busy yesterday. Very, 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 very busy. Hey, my lady Justice. Excuse me. Hey, my lady Justice, my beautiful girl. Hey, Lakeisha Bass. The day is about y'all. What y'all want to talk about? How y'all feeling? What's going on with ya? What's going on? That's what Miss April want to know. Do we need to pray? What's up? Hi, Miss Lakeisha Bass. Hi, my beautiful Dana. Dana, you was on my mind this morning. I don't know what it was. You just crossed my mind. My sis. I said, how my sis Dana? You did. Dana Bland specifically. So I said a prayer. Bless her coming ins and her goings out, Lord, in the name of Jesus. And I be meaning that thing. That's what I know when somebody comes to my mind. Why? Because why? Give her a blessing, Lord. Send something special her way, Jesus. Send something. Let her know it's from you and only you. And clock that T. Hi, Tony Lawson, beautiful. Hi, baby. Let me see. Hi, Ask Granny's in the building. Hi, my beautiful. Wait, guys, I got to get I always forget to get this. My paper towels. Hold on. Hold your mule. Okay. I was going to talk a little bit about some things about discernment to kind of really break it down, because we do talk about discernment a lot. But you got to be kind of careful you don't, what do they call it? Reuse content or whatever. I was thinking of the word insight. So I'm glad to see you, Granny darling. I really am, sweet, beautiful lady, you. I got to catch your live. I was in Davion's live yesterday for a little while, and that was it, guys. I woke up and seen people live at 5 in the morning, and I was like, what is going on here? But I said, no, I like my peace. Let me just bypass. I just seen and then turned it off and went on, laid on back down and got comfy. Hi, Thomasina, beautiful. Hi, baby. Hi, Waffy. Why you so cute? Why you so cute, Waffy? Waffy? Why you so cute? We could ask each other that question. You cute, too. Anywho, let me see. Lisa Clark, hey, beautiful. Driving but listening. Okay, my darling, handle your business. Granny, you be handling things. Granny, you move like a young woman. Granny moved like a young woman. We need to take notes, honey. And I do want to talk about one. Nikki Reacts. I seen it last night, but I wanted to wait till I could sit and listen to it. You understand? So when I did, I shared it to my Facebook. I shared it to my daughters, some of my family members, on my YouTube. Yes. Where else did I share? Just like that. Very good. If you didn't catch the video, guys, and I'm very much in tune and in touch with my anxiety issues that I do have. I've had a lot of therapy. I'm considered dual diagnosis. Okay. And that's like the double whammy. And I think, they say that when you're dual diagnosed, um, when you have unresolved or undealt with mental issues, you will self-medicate. And that's exactly why they call it dual diagnosis. Instead of dealing with the issue at hand, you cover it up with drugs or whatever addiction that you take on. And we do that in life. But check that video out, guys. I did it. I'm speaking for me. Hi, Sabrina Roy. There go my Blessed Dynasty. Let me hurry and get to the bottom. See if that Cash App is in the building. Hey, April Love Mods in chat. Much love to you, boo. And everyone in the chat, have an amazing, blessed day. Everyone, it's stormy. It's a stormy day in my neck of the woods. We must be close in vicinity because it's like getting ready to do that here. So if you down south, yeah, it's here too, baby. And every time you say that, it'd be the same kind of weather here. I seen my Lakeisha Bass. I seen Sabrina. There go my Miss LaWanda, darling. Hi, boo. Beautiful diva, where you at, sugar? Let me see. Dina Beatty, I almost missed you, girl. Sabrina Rory, I better not miss my people. There go Davion. Hey, Day. I didn't even see you, girl. What happened? My chat be jumping like a mother. Hi, Alvin. Alvin, if you're not subscribed, please hit those three dots. Turn that notification bell black, darling. What'll happen is you'll get notified when I go live, when I post, when I do videos, shorts, whatever. We as content creators really appreciate our subscribers. We do have giveaways for you guys. We love on you, but it's a mutual thing. We respect each other in the chat and whatever have you. The beautiful thing, Alvin, is if you don't like the content, you can always, just move on. But give my channel a try, sweetheart. Please and thank you. Okay? Okay. All right, Alvin. Miss April, I was picky. Oh, you sent me. I didn't even listen to it yet. Gwen, as soon as I get off live, I'm going to listen. Okay. You welcome, Dana. I'm serious. I'm glad I saw you because it sure came to my mind. Davion said, hey, Auntie April in chat. Hey, baby. I got to catch your late night chat thing. I didn't even listen to it. I think I shared it, though. Uh-oh, what'd I do? And somebody sent me some Jimmy Jules. Lady K90, hey, boo. Hi, Bethuhan is back. Bethuhan. Mwah. Hey, Bethuhan, I'm happy to see you, baby. Welcome. Where's Beautiful Diva? Beautiful Tammy Nixon, I see you, girl. The Cussing Crafter. Oh, I like that name, The Cussing Crafter. I like that. I love handles. I got a thing for handles, yo. The Cussing Crafter. We could talk about that one. And thank you, Gwen. There they go, Miss LaWanda. Thank you for my floaty Julie Hardy thingies. Thank you, my beautiful. Thank you, Cussing Crafter. You said looking good. Yeah, I did put a little bit of makeup and little shum. You're new to my channel. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. I am very happy. I get excited, like giddy, like a little girl. I will be 64. The big 6'4" next Tuesday. If God say the same, y'all. What? I want gifts. I'm going to post on my Facebook. I'm posting on my Facebook channel. I'm going to tell my family I want stuff. I want gifts. I want whatever it is. Send me stuff. FedEx me some stuff. Do something. Gift cards. I want acknowledgement. I want to be loved on. I told my youngest daughter I would have loved for someone to have given me a makeover, like everything, the face, the hair, the clothes. I want a complete makeover. And my daughter said, oh, that's nice. I said, yeah, but y'all got to pay for it, not me. No. And I want to put that on my my Facebook, because I know people get tickled about that. And but I do mean it. I want stuff from them. I'm talking about my family, y'all. I want them to bless me, and I don't never feel like that. I want acknowledgement. I don't want just happy birthday. I want, I want to look and say, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, something at the FedEx at the door. Let me go see who that is. That's what I be wanting. 64. Come on, man. The life I lived, and I'm 64, but it's still not here yet. So God say the same. I will be 64. And but for real, let me be honest, y'all. Let me get real honest. Would be just grateful to make it to 64. I think that's unbelievable to me. For real, for real. And I know it's only God. I promise you that. All jokes aside, I really, really am grateful. I will be grateful to see 64. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I feel like crying right now, but I'm not there yet, so I got to wait. And I want to share I want to be very transparent today. Nikki's video inspired me to do that about myself. A situation that transpired. Okay, I'll share it. Let me get to the bottom. Hi, Cheryl Rose, beautiful diva. I am determined to find your name beautiful. Green Dutchie, Riri, where I'm scrolling up, guys. I missed all of you. My chat jumped real crazy. You gotta bear with us because the chat will jump and we miss so many people. Hi, Ronaldo. I think I've seen you before. I'm so glad you're here. You said look up. I am. I look right up to God, baby. You right, Ronaldo. I got you on that. Okay, I stopped at Granny saying driving but listening. Thomasina, I saw you. Beautiful diva. Riri, I see my Riri. Green Dutchie K, I love your handle. Can you do a backflip, please? No, because if I do, I have to go to the hospital. I couldn't even attempt to do that, baby. I bet you can do one. I bet you're young enough to do one. Oh, Miss Jackie. Okay, baby. All right, well, let me see something. Thomasina, you were the second one. If you would like to drop your Cash App, drop your Cash App, okay? I'm going to pay it. Jackie is paying it forward. So, Thomasina, drop your Cash App. You were the second one in the building, okay, boo? And my mods, I'm excited. I was going to do something today, but I said, no, I'm just going to bless them. I was going to, no, let me shut up, April. You're moving too fast. Slow your roll, sister. Hold on, y'all. Slow down, baby. They jiggling, baby. Slow down, baby. And guys, could you imagine being like this? I have no enhancer. I have no chemical in me. This is Miss April. This is how Miss April deals with her anxiety. I swear to God. I handled business yesterday, though. I was running, baby, and I was beat down when I got done. I told my husband, Jesus. I said, baby, we both headed for the nursing home, boo. Okay, I'm scrolling. Congratulations, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie's paying it forward. Thank you, Cousin Crafter. That made my day. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm going to go check to see if you guys subscribed because I can go on my other another page. Okay, Tammy Nixon. There's beautiful diva. I see you. I finally see you. Okay, let me keep going. I'm going to give away 5 memberships today, too. Hi, my beautiful Dina Bailey. Hi, Day. What's going on, girl? Y'all was hanging out late last night, chow. There was a lot going on last night. And no desire to talk. I have no desire to talk about none. Too much for me. Everyone, thank you, Lady Justice. Everyone, please tap she said the love button. Tangi, where you at, Tangi Lee? Hi, Annette, beautiful. I see you, darling. Yes, I do. Ooh, y'all up in the building. I got 44 mother swinging people watching this thing and 29 likes. Hit that like button, Bushwatchers. Y'all welcome in the chat if you be respectful. I'm glad you over here looking at Miss April. If you don't like me, guess what? God says love me, okay? That's how we do. Hi, y'all. I know a couple people in the bushes, not too many. Or either you're like me, I be in the bushes because I be doing stuff and I can't, my hands be full. And I know if I speak, everybody going to be like, hey, Miss April, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So I don't say nothing. So if you like that, I love you. Just hit the like button. Okay? Gigi, I see you. Bridget, hey, Miss Bridget. I saw you over in Tommy's chat today. I was happy to see you. There go my royalty queen. She just, that girl be moving so fast, honey, having a ball, doing her thing. But she up in the building today. Glad you back, honey. Your presence be missed. We be feeling when you're not here. Way too much, Miss LaWanda. Miss LaWanda. Me and you right here, girl. I can't take it. It's too much for me. Way too much. I got things going on. My life ain't all, but I got enough going on to where I'll be like, I just can't do it. Okay, Lady Justice. Yes, Zach. Where is Thomasina, baby? I don't see you, Miss Thomasina. Mr. Wanda's on the same page way too much. Mr. Wanda, I'm like, Lord, have mercy. Have mercy. I'm glad there's Tangi Lee. I see you, girly girl. I miss Roz. I'm ready for a Roz live. I miss hearing her voice. She was on yesterday, but she'll be coming on. I looked to check to make sure nobody was live today. I did. Yes, it was crazy. Yeah, Davion, I woke up about quarter. It was 5 something, and because I always wake up. And of course, not one of the first things, but I'll eventually pick my phone up to see what's going on. And I was like, oh, wow. And I was looking just to try to see what was actually happening. You know what I mean? And, it's all good. It's YouTube. YouTube entertainment. But I just was like, it was too much for me. I was just ready to go back to sleep, and it didn't hold my attention enough. It was pretty much the same, not, you know what I mean. I was like, I'm going back to sleep. It didn't grab me. One thing I know, you said this, Davion, and this thought came to my mind today. I absolutely agree with you when you say, if something no longer suits you or you feel a vibe, you just move on without saying anything. And that would be Miss April. I just roll out. You feel me? Thank you, Tony. Did you resubscribe? What did you do? Did you get a Thank you. Whatever you did, resub. Thank you. Badges are so important to us. We love those. Those badges are, like I said on that video, people that renew. I do it, but when you do, it's just a beautiful thing. And I do know one thing, and would you agree with this, content creators? If a person should be consistent with popping in every now and again, because what happens with me personally, if I don't see you for a long time, the badge goes by the wayside. I forget, like it'll say renew, It'll pop up and I might pop it off. I don't even, well, so it could be anything. But if I just say, if you want your people to continue holding their badges, pop in every now and again. Say, hey, because people will forget or for whatever reason. Because that's how it is with me. Now, there may be one or two or three that I'm just going to do it automatically. I'm going to go check. If I see that it's not there, I'm going, hey, Tip, thank you. I see my thumb up. Thank you, my love. If I'm just going to do it, you understand? It's almost like programmed. But a lot, I'll be like, dang, I didn't even know I had a badge over there. I'll go check and don't even realize I had a badge. So saying all that, I don't know. I just went on a tangent. Y'all know I'm the tangent queen. Just love it. Love it. What they say, lump it or like it. I don't know. But I'm glad to see you, Miss Bridget Omar. And Gigi, I see you. All right, I'm at the bottom. Christine Foot, I see you. Myra Uncensored Talk. Guys, let me share this with you. Okay, let me get on this. Oh, I hope I don't get emotional. I felt kind of emotional. Let me take a sip of my soda. And I am in my manic state, guys. When I have a lot of stuff going on, I'm very much aware of my anxiety. I've had panic attacks, and I love how Nikki explained all of that. There is a difference. But like I said, at this age, I have learned myself. I do self help stuff. I do breathing. Breathing is one of the best things for Miss April. And meditation. Those two right there work for me. But what has happened, and I'm gonna get in high Aries for life. What is, since the passing of my daughter, grief has intensified my anxiety. Whether I wanted to look at it or not, I felt like, and I feel like most times, that I'm handling it very well. But something will come up in my life to show me that I'm really not. Okay? My family had a gathering. It was a small gathering. It was at my sister's. And this was this past weekend. Last weekend. I got packed and everything to go. I even had mentioned it to a couple people on here. Yep, I'm going, to Alabama. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was going to go drive down with my daughter. Woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I started getting anxiety. I wake up like that all the time. I'm used to it. But when I wake up, I just putsy around and do stuff until I get sleepy again and go back to sleep. But now I'm thinking, okay, I gotta be. She's leaving at 8. She's gonna come pick me up at 8, and I need to get rest. I can't. So that gave me anxiety. Then I started thinking. I said, what if you get down there? Because this is a new house for my sister. I've never been there. I didn't know anything, and I wasn't getting a room because it was sort of kind of like last minute. And even I would have had anxiety in a hotel room because I always be worried about COVID. I used to clean hotel rooms, guys, and I don't like hotel rooms. I don't like staying in them. Okay, I'm just put that on the table. Even the very expensive ones, because them sisters be tired, and they do. I used to work in a hotel, okay? Nice one. So I get anxiety with that. I got to bring my own pillows, everything, blankets. Anywhere I go, I'm taking my own pillows. I don't care where it is. So I started thinking at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying there, and I said, I don't know. What if I get up like that, like I do at home there? Everybody's sleeping. I might want to go out on the patio and smoke a cigarette. You understand? That's what I do here. Whatever I want to do. That little thing stressed me out so bad. Not so bad to where I was crazy, but to where it debilitated me from going, because I thought that was one of the things. I said, and think about that, guys. This is me, and I'm being straight up with y'all. You know, some people might say, "Oh, that ain't why. How you let that take over?" It did, and that's how it is. And that's not the first time. You understand? I have no problem saying, "I'll catch y'all on the next one," or, but the what I know the significant. Then I'm thinking germs. I'm gonna be around a bunch of people. All this, and unnecessary thinking that it overtakes me, and then my anxiety is in full effect. Okay, so, but, and I kept saying to myself, I didn't keep saying this. I said it a couple times before when I was packing. I said I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, because I already had some anxiety. So I texted my daughter about 5 and said, I'm not going. I'm not going to do. I can't. I'm not going to do it. And but I had to struggle with the guilt, because number one, my brother had caught a flight to my sister's. We were going down there to see him. My brother is sick. You guys know he has cancer. So the importance of seeing him, but I was so debilitated by this anxiety that I didn't go. I felt like crying. So let me regroup, because I don't want to cry. Being transparent. I should have did a panel. I didn't want to, and I wasn't planning on crying. Matter of fact, I really didn't even think to talk about it, because I did talk a little bit about it when it happened, but I didn't get in depth with it. And sometimes I'll act like things don't affect me. I'll think I'm okay. But this tells me that it did bother me. And I knew it bothered me, because that's my brother. And what if that would be the last time I see him? I just go over the top with things. You understand? So I prayed and I said, God, that was the first time that I saw that maybe, because I do deal with my anxiety and stuff pretty good, guys. I do. I know how to. Basic anxiety. I've been doing it for many years without taking medication. I will not take medication because I don't like the way medication does. I will do, and then because of the addiction aspect of things, I'm just not going to do it. Okay, but when this last incident happened, it just made me say, April, maybe, because I was going to start therapy, but I didn't like I didn't connect with her. Even though it was one time, I knew I didn't want to connect with her. I don't have to settle for anybody giving me therapy. You understand what I'm saying? I know the connection immediately. They had gave me a man one time, and I don't do men therapists. I do not do men therapists. I got a thing with that, y'all. I don't do them. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I just don't feel comfortable doing therapy with men. And I had one, and I immediately knew, nope. I called them when I got home. I said, I can't do it. I can't. I tried. I can't. So then they gave me, and I can get treatment. But when it's, and I love how Nikki said there is treatment out there. If you don't have great insurance, guys, and a lot of people don't, I don't care, so we always know you're blessed if you have great insurance. You really are, because it is not easy to get good insurance. I don't care. Even with good jobs, there's always little glitches in the system. But I have insurance. But the last therapist I had, she was young, and I knew immediately that was new to her. But there was a vibe about her. I didn't feel it was more about her. And I'm like, no, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am. You're getting paid for this. Or even if it's training. I'm not your therapist, darling. I'll be, shoot. You could throw that out the way. And I felt like that. When I went in there and she got to talking, I'm like, well, who's here for who? Okay, so I knew I'm not coming back to her. No. I don't know why she was there, who hired her. And so that's how I felt. But after this incident, guys, and I'm getting ready to get in the chat, after this situation that just passed, I said, because like I said, I did allow my anxiety to, even if it would have been a difficult situation to do, it was to do. You feel me? And but one thing I do know is if I don't feel, if I feel like I felt, I'm not doing it. You understand? I do have that understanding. When it comes to me, but there's still going to be some things that I have to deal with. So that made me. It kind of woke me up. It woke me up to where I said, maybe April, you might want to go outside because of the grief. You're handling your grief. You're dealing with your grief. But because it is grief and it is such a traumatic thing, and you already have anxiety, maybe you want to, so I'm going to do that, guys. I've made that decision because I don't want it to become debilitating to where it causes me to miss out on my blessings. Clock that T. And I got a little emotional because, I did feel like, oh my God, I didn't go see him. It was 5 hours away. I even could have saw Tips if I went. I could have saw Tips World. I told her, my sister's not even far from her. How far is she from you, Tip? Without putting the business out there. But I allowed that to happen because I even, she knew about it. Like I said, a couple people on here knew. She was like, oh, I'm not far from there. And I'm like, well, what? Wait a minute. So that's that. I feel better. Wasn't planning on crying. And I've talked to my brother, the first thing he said to me was, sis, I understand. He said, I don't feel no type of way about it. I love you. And I know my sister. And that was good for me. That was good. All my family said that. I don't know how my daughter felt. It was good for her. She had a wonderful time. She said it was a blessing. It was peace. She needed it. The getaway. And if I wanted to look at it in a positive light, maybe a positive light, I could say things happen for a reason. Nothing is by accident. God works out all things. It says all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, to them that are called according to his purpose. My daughter needed that trip. It was her alone time. She drove down there by herself, 5 hours. She said it didn't even seem like 5 hours. It was a straight shot, not a stressful drive. Then it allowed me to see that I need to upstep my game in my self-care because I talk about it all the time, right? So God works all things out, guys. Having said all that. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Hey, Blueberry. Hi, my baby. Blueberry, I'm glad to see you. You know I'm always glad to see you. That was a great video Nikki did. Yes, it was. She needs, I want her to, excuse me, do more. I almost said, do more, do more. I sent it everywhere. Nikki on her A game, honey. We be sleeping on that sister. I cracked up. I said, "Me and you got history, Nikki." I was in her inbox all the time when back in the day. I say back in the day. It's only about a year or so, but I stayed in her inbox. You feel me? Cause I was on gang. I peeped that card a lot. I said, "This is what you want to know." Hey, Erica Sermons. Hey, Love Thyself. Thank you guys for coming over. And I did. I felt like getting transparent today. It's been, hey, Mila Mills. Hey, beautiful Miss April. I meant to write you in the sister circle to let you know my choir song, Grateful on Sunday. All I thought about was you. I started crying. I love you, April. Oh, baby. That's my song, girl. That song is anointed. It's anointed. Romans 8:28 is my favorite. Let me write it down. But guys, I shared that with you guys because 8:28. Like I said, I'm Miss April. God works all things out. And, you know, it was a beautiful trip. I'm making plans to go to Pittsburgh to stay a week with my daughter and my grandson. I know I'm familiar with those surroundings, and I'm very, very comfortable there. I know exactly what I'm going to. You feel me? So it's not as anxiety, and I want to see my baby. I'm going to see my grandson. Oh my God, that's my youngest grandson. I still spoil my oldest grandson. I still let him know. I got in my car last night after I showered and everything. My daughter was at the gym, just happened to know that, and I had bought my grandson grapes, key lime yogurt, key lime yogurt, and I had all this stuff for him. And I was going to drive it over there, but I really don't drive at night. I waited till it got too late. Well, I didn't. I was running and wanted to come home and relax. So my daughter took it over to him. So, and he appreciates that kind of stuff, you know, just to let him know I love you and I'm thinking about you. He's running track and stuff. So, you know, I do a lot of things, but like I said, when it comes to, and that's not like even with my stepdad's funeral. Now, I already knew I wasn't going. I had a lot of stuff going on at the house that I had to take care of. Also, appointments and things like that. And so I pretty much have reasons not to go. My sister wanted me to go. It was a big, and I knew it was going to be a gigantic funeral. Homegoing. There was so many people there. So many. My dad was so loved by many people. And so that was that. People even was like texting me, inboxing me, saying, "We didn't see you there. Where were you?" I was like, "I wasn't there." I wasn't there, my ninja. What? The world? All right, let me see what y'all said. Pumpkin, I see you, my darling. Oh my goodness, let me see what he's saying. So do I need to? Sister Con should be a crime too. Oh, let him talk, y'all. He talking. Listen what he said. He said, "Sister, calling the police should be a crime to be this beautiful." But he said it a little. I see you, J.I. Soul. You said it a little too many times. Don't get upset. Don't get obsessed. We don't do obsessions. Because then you get compulsive and you act on it. But thank you. How you say it, Davion? I want to thank you. I want to say thank you. I can't even do it. Hi, Betty. Oh, I want some chicken salad, girl. Louisa, I'm glad. Louisa! Louisa, oh my goodness, how have you been? It's been about 2 months. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you. Are you okay? You said you're hanging in there. Louisa's here. J.I. So, subscribe to my channel. But my mods are not going to let you flood the chat with a lot of words, because then it takes away from other people being able to comment, okay? But guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Wasn't, I didn't think it was going to make me emotional. So what I, like I said, self-awareness to Miss April is the most important thing in my life, because it keeps me rooted. It keeps me from ever going back to using. It keeps me at peace. You understand? It keeps me, period. So that's why, like I said, people could look at that as being so self-absorbed. I think it's being self-absorbed in the most positive way you could ever want to be, because there is no better freedom than to understand yourself. When you understand yourself, you can nurture yourself. You don't be so hard on yourself. You understand? You work toward things. You don't allow other people to give you their things. You don't, you work, but all this stuff takes practice. It's something, because once you're aware of it, then you can work toward. Awareness precedes change. So now that I'm more aware that my anxiety debilitates me in areas that it causes me to miss out on beautiful things in life. And that's, Miss April is all for the beautiful things in life, with all this ugly, garbage, stinking, foul, nasty, dirty, filthy, rotten stuff going on in this world. Thank you, God, for beauty. I thank God for the beauty of beautiful spirits. When I tell you guys, I've never seen someone that has cancer be more positive than my brother, y'all. I'm talking loving. I'm talking persevere. He don't walk around like he got cancer. You understand? And it's a struggle, but he does it. Like, he wasn't up to par to catch a plane, but he did, because he wanted to see his family. When I tell you he loves his family, he's a family. Oh my God. He calls me every single day. I just want to hear your voice. That kind of stuff. So when you have people like that in your life and you're watching them go through stuff and, get through it, Jesus, why can't I? Why can't I? And then you're grateful to have that. We have our family Bible study. We've been doing a family Bible study on Facebook Messenger. Like, we'll pick a person, or somebody will choose to bring a lesson. It'd be a little lesson, but it's more for the fellowship, more for the love. It's like, my mom is gone, my dad, my stepdad, I had a blood dad, stepdad, my daughter, it seems like, my mother was the matriarch, the strong woman that kept everybody together. And so when she passed, of course, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to this, the family tends to get, separated. You go on with your lives, or you don't want to deal with it, or you understand it's too painful to family members can remind you of your mom, all kind of stuff. So we have started doing that. And if anybody on here is dealing with any kind of what I'm talking about, think about those things. Think about, having family time. Like on the phone, you just get on there to talk to each other. Hey, Bama, you was on one last night, Bookie. Bama was on one last night. I miss you too, Louisa. I am so happy to see you. I just pray you're okay and doing all right. Ooh, Lady Justice said, let's get to 100 likes today. I got 55 likes in the building. My God. You guys are blessing me. April, oh, what did Ask Granny saying to me? Hold on, Ask Granny, I'm coming. April, here is a powerful message we learned in our inspirational morning. So are you talking about the inspirational morning from this morning? I'll go watch it after I get off of here, okay? Never go back to something you had. Let me see what you said, Granny. Never go back to something you had to pray yourself out of. Girl. Yes. Never, let me pin this. Let me pin you. Never go back to something you had to pray yourself out of. I agree with that 100, baby. Never. Thank you, Jesus. I've tried to find you on Lady Justice. Do you have Facebook Messenger? This is my name on Facebook Messenger. Have we ever talked on the Messenger? Because you guys have different names, and I know some of you don't want to. We have inbox me in my Messenger, and I will add you tonight. Okay, it's your choice of whether you want to put your camera on or not. I've told Gwen. I'll be thinking to hit Gwen up, but I just don't, because I'm like, well, I didn't mention it to her today. But we're not on Facebook Messenger. Do you have Facebook Messenger? This is my name on Facebook Messenger. Excuse me. No, we have not talked. Okay, baby. Okay, that's my name. I have the same picture that I have for my YouTube, so people could, reach me. If you hit me up on Facebook Messenger, then I'll know who you are, and then I'll add you tonight. We usually do it around 7:30. It is really good. I would love you to be a part. Anybody else that wants to, you're welcome. Oh, my sister. She said, I mentioned to her, and she said, well, you were supposed to come here so I could do it. I said, I know. And I said, I told them that. I told them that I was supposed to come down there. You were going to do it when I came down there. I said, but they still want to know when you're going to come bring a word. She said Thursday, Wednesday, it can't be Thursday or Friday. So tomorrow, I'm going to talk to her tonight, Wednesday, and if she can do it tomorrow, then we'll do it. She's very busy. She teaches teenagers. She's real active in her church. Okay, yes, 7 EST time, yes. What I'll do is I'll call you, and then you'll know, okay? So if you can get on. And you'll see, once I add you on there, you'll be able to see the chat. Like my brother had surgery today. He let everybody know. So he said, pray for me. So he came through his surgery good. Not the one brother, the other brother. But and I was glad about that. I was glad when he posted in there this morning. Like, we put scriptures in there. You can do all things through Christ. God has not given us a spirit of fear, those kind of things. But I've been in 54 minutes. Like I said, guys, I do manage my anxiety, and I am very much not in denial that I have it. A lot of people, we don't like to talk about those things. Miss April's just transparent. I don't know if it's because I don't know no better, or I just don't really care what other people think, because this is my life. I care what I think and how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? And what I also know is you can people get helped by our experience, our strength, and our hope. When they know somebody else is going through something, when they realize that they're not the, because I felt like that before in life, that I was the only one. Like you don't want to, it make people think it makes them weak. It doesn't. You're a strong person when you recognize it and you want to change it. That lets you know you care about yourself. So, like I said, and because I have the resources, Miss April, you have the resources, but because I was dealing with it on my own and just fine, until, like I said, little things will come up and let me know that I might need to do a little bit more. Sometimes you have to upgrade and step up and do some things. And it could just be for a season that I do the therapy. And I can be choosy today. I was thinking that. I was like, well, maybe you should have gave her a chance, because nothing happens by accident. Maybe God wanted me to get her started in her. I might have been a blessing to her. You understand? Instead of looking at it so much as me just coming for therapy, but I was like, no, I'm the one that's trying to get the therapy. So I was being a little selfish. They might, all I know is, because I didn't tell them I didn't want her no more, I just didn't go. So they could give her to me again. Maybe I'll give her another, opportunity and see what happens. But it's there for me to do. So I'm going to put forth that effort to do it. Just like I said with the vitamin D, it took me a month before I would start taking them. I just wouldn't take them. And I didn't even want to say anything about that. I was like, why am I so not wanting to do this? And then I told my sister, this is what I told my sister, because she was like, what are you talking, just do it. What do you mean? And I said, well, I heard somebody say that they got calcium built up or something on their bones. I did hear that though, y'all. And so from taking vitamin D. So it made me like, I'm not doing that. All right, yes, Lady Justice, I look forward to you. And Tammy Nixon, y'all, she had inboxed me. And remember when a long time ago, I don't know if you guys remember, but Tammy Nixon said that she had come to church in Columbia sometime because her brother lives here. But I hadn't seen Tammy in so long. She said she still listens, which I believe. But when I got an inbox from her, I was like, and I didn't read the message, like I didn't open it up. And but I kind of got the gist of what she was saying. So when I finally did read it, and then I didn't even think to go look at the messages because we didn't have that many words to say. I don't do too much talking like on the back end, just maybe 1, 2, like that. And I still didn't remember. I still was like, well, wait. And then it came to me, oh my God, that's right. Because we had talked about that. It was like when I first started my channel, and I said, well, when you're in town to go to church, let me know. And but it was so last minute for Miss April, it was. And I would love to have seen Tammy, but it was just the fact, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. You know how we had just got done talking about it. Everybody on YouTube is not for you. You got to be careful. But Tammy Nixon, like I said, once I realized in my mind and in my heart who she was, I was like, oh, okay. But we see too many things be happening up on this camp. Erica Summer said, yes, Miss April. The word says we are overcomers by the words of our testimony. So thank you, Erica. Thank you, baby. That is exactly, I agree with that one. And that's the word. That's God's promise. Oh, girl, you in that word, honey. You got an understanding of the word, Erica. Yes, Miss April, the word says we are overcomers by the words of our testimony. Thank you, Jesus. So continue to share your testimonies. Amen. And I sure will. And I know it helps me. Like it helps me to be able to see some things more clearly. Because it's not about it's really not about anybody else. Um, when it boils down to it, like in the aspect or the respect of worrying about what other people think. People are going to make their judgment of you regardless. They're going to think negative of you. Like somebody said on here, you're danged if you do, danged if you don't. And that's the truth. Once people get their mindset. So it's really not about them. It's about me sharing. And so I can help. It helps me get in touch with what's really going on. And I noticed that, Erica, when I was in therapy, when I did very intense therapy, I had some awesome therapists, and I would recommend it to everybody. It saved my life, y'all. It helped me to get in touch with myself. When you get a good therapist, they will help you. These things are in place for a reason. They will help you get in. A good therapist will help you get in touch with yourself. They don't so much tell you what to do. They let you talk things through. So when I would be in my sessions, I would be talking about something, Erica, and I'm telling you, I'm talking, tell her every, the most intimate things, everything. Being able to do that is so freeing, y'all. And it would seem like it would be what I would be sharing would be the end of the world. It seemed like it was something so devastating. But the more I talked about it, the more it was like, it would, like a light bulb would come on, and I'd be like, wait a minute. And I'd be looking at her and I'd be like, no, you know what? And I would start talking that thing through. And she would get the biggest smile on her face. She would be listening to me, and she'd be really intent, like just her face would be like this, and and then when I would get the understanding of something, and I would start talking in the solution of what could transpire, her face would beam up. So it was a joy to her to watch me grow like that. I had her, and when they told me, I went in her office, and she told me that she was leaving, I went completely, I start bawling. Where are you going? Oh my God. And I'll never forget her. She was the most, and didn't talk a lot, y'all. She didn't say too much of nothing, but she was so good. Oh my God. I'll never forget. I could see her face as I'm talking. It was her and another lady. I had a Spanish lady, and she was my first one. I wish I could remember her name, and I wonder where she is. God, wherever she is in her life, I pray that she's blessed, and I pray that she's still here, because this was many, many years ago. And I'll never forget those ladies. They were great therapists. Therapists don't tell you what to do, guys. They let you talk through your stuff and your solutions. And there is nothing I have left there, went in there feeling like everything was just gloom and doom, and I would leave out of there feeling reawakened, alive, hopeful, confident, everything. I've had some great experience with therapy, and they do have therapy. You can find, like Nikki said, I would keep wanting to say Nicki Minaj. You can find therapy on a sliding scale fee. They will help you. You don't have to pay, and they be good. The best ones I had were the sliding scale people. It'd be the ones where you dishing out all that money, that they just doing it for the money. Okay? One of my professionals is a therapist. Even a therapist needs, that's right, have therapy. Say it, Lady Justice. I still have mine on speed dial. I know that's right. It took me several tries to get the perfect fit. You gotta get somebody that works with you. Exactly. The perfect fit. Several tries. Same thing with me. You don't have to settle for, if there's not a connection there, then tell them you want another one. Sliding scale fee means that it's for low income, or even they'll base it on your income, or you don't even, a lot of the times you don't have to pay. You understand? Now, if you already have it, take advantage of it, definitely. But if you don't, look into the sliding scale fee. Mental health is a real thing that we do not deal with for some reason. I learned to deal with it. I had to. I had no choice. There were so many things that kept me going boom, boom, boom. So now, like, I deal with it. I handles it. You remember one of my first lives, and I'm getting ready to get off, guys. One of my first lives was a 15-minute breathing. I remember I did it in my, where I had my workstation. And I did the 15-minute breathing thing. And that was one of my first lives. I'll never forget it because that's what I do. I do that. And because it works. My daughter, my youngest daughter, struggles with panic attacks. She has them less, far less than what she used to, but I've seen her have one, and they're not pretty, y'all. They real. They are not pretty. Eyes roll back in their head and everything. You be like, oh my God. Erica Sermons, what happened? Let me see what's good going on, Erica. Wait, somebody said, Blessed Dynasty, I'm back, April Love. I just received some very exciting news from my oldest granddaughter and her husband. I'm going to be a proud great-grandmother of twins. Oh my God. Blessed Dynasty, 2 babies, 2 blessings. Oh my God. Praise the Lord, girl. You should be excited. Great-grandmother, you girl. Great-grandmother, looking like a young girl. I'm here all the time, but just can't. Right, Tammy, I know you told me that, baby. Please, let's do it. And that's another thing, Tammy. Now you hear Miss April's anxiety and things like that, baby. Listen, God, one thing about God is a God of second chances and opportunity after opportunity. And when I don't want to say when I feel like I've not passed the test or failed, I don't like to say, put it like that. But I pray that God, I always pray, God, give me another opportunity, and he always does. God, give me another opportunity. That's what I'm asking you. Congratulations to Blessed Dynasty on beautiful twins. Thank you, Jesus. We thank you, God, for the children are a blessing from God. Absolutely 100. I love the children. And one thing I was thinking this, guys, I'm going to say this. I hear a lot, I'm from the old school, and I am too, when it comes to children. Our children today go through far more stuff than we ever imagined, number one. Number two, the children in this day and age are different than us growing up and our parents growing up before us. Now, here's what I know from living with my granddaughters, and they are 2 beautiful, sweet girls, but they still demanded respect. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't talk to them any kind of way. You understand? It wasn't about whooping them. They weren't the type. They're not the type children that you beat into submission. No, ma'am. That would make it far worse than anything because they go through things in their life. These young adults have a different way of thinking. You understand? It is not our, let me speak, I always put it on Miss April. My responsibility is to love them, number one, unconditionally. Love them. Don't forget, and then remember that I used to be a teenager. Where was I at when I was their age? April, what were you doing when you were their age? I got to remember that. Probably somewhere strung out on something. These kids are fighting for their life these days, dealing with peer pressure and everything. You understand? So when we see them being successful and doing good in their life, we give them accolades and kudos. I said something, my granddaughter, my middle granddaughter, was so stressed. I told you guys this story, and I'm going to end this after this. I told, when I was staying with my daughter, I said something to her, like I little girled her, like a grandmother would do, with a little bit of fire on it. She came back at me so hard. Soon as she came back at me with what she came back at me, I, I was so thrown back for this reason. I knew immediately that I shouldn't have done that. Second, I knew it. God instantly showed me these kids go through just as much stress as you, April, and they're younger. They're children. So she was stressed out, going through some things. I knew, thirdly, that it was going to hurt her that she talked to me like that. I didn't have to be angry at her for her or feel I was disrespected. I didn't feel disrespected. That was not the feeling I had. My feeling I had was out of concern for my baby. You understand? God spoke that to me. Next day, we both was in the kitchen, and I looked at her and I said, baby, Grandma forgot that you be having stresses just like all of us, or like Grandma do. I'm not, just because I'm my age don't mean that you don't, I realize that, and I apologize for coming to you like that. And she said, Grandma, I am so sorry for speaking to you like that. And I said, I know you are, and I knew you would be. I said, but if what I want you to know is Grandma loves you, and Grandma wants you to know that you can talk to her about anything, baby. If you feel, Grandma will just love you. You understand? I don't want you to ever feel. But when I approached her like that, I told her, I forgot that you have stress too. And I told her, God spoke that to my heart. So I apologize. That's how you deal. That's how, you understand what I'm saying? I wasn't like, how dare you speak to me like that? I'm an adult. We don't have to fight for the adult position. These kids know we're adults. We earn their respect. I mean, I'm not saying let them get away with anything, but learn to pick and choose your battles with them. You understand? Pick and choose. When you know when a kid is just being downright defiant or whatever, you know. But when God shows you something deeper, because she would have never talked to me like that without something going on with her. Feel me? But if I wouldn't have saw that or overlooked it, and just because of my pride, because I'm the adult and you don't speak to adults like that, I would have missed the whole blessing of God. Clock that T. And that's all I'm going to say on that. We love them twins. Twins are amazing. Davy, y'all know she got two. One set. Let me say that. All right. Hi, Sharon. Hi, my beautiful. Hey, JP girl. Guys, thank you all for hitting the like button. Thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing Miss April to be transparent. Even if you didn't allow me, I was going to do it anyway because, it helped me immensely. And my prayer is that it helps someone else more so. Okay? Because I'm going to do me and I'm going to get my help. Trust and believe. I'm going to do it because I'm worthy today. I deserve it. I deserve the best of the best of the best, sir. What movie is that from? The best of the best. Why were you picked for this assignment? Because we are the best of the best of the best, sir. What movie is that from? Since I didn't give the Cash App to nobody, if you guess that movie right now, I'll send you a Cash App. And you know what? I forgot about Davion and Peach. Peach said no, but I have to bless. Well, I'm going to bless Davion on her page. However she wanted, I'll inbox her. Come on, somebody. Give it to me, Gwen. Give it to me, baby. I know y'all looking it up. The best of the best of the best, sir. I just watched it yesterday. I'm hungry. I got to go to the store and get my ingredients. I saw Sir McDaniel's sandwich. Only thing I'm getting different is the salami. I'm not getting the pepperoni. Real thin. I might get the pepperoni. I might. Maybe. I usually do. I get both of them if I'm making subs. But I hope and pray they have that whole wheat sourdough bread. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm glad to see my Sharon Johnson, beautiful. I understand. My daughter, mine does too, Tammy. My daughter suffers from anxiety. That's why my grandson is with me most of the time. Therapy is of a must. Good for her, Tammy, and I'll pray for her. And my daughter is actually on medication. She ain't ashamed to say it either. Okay, did somebody guess? No, that's Ask Granny got it. Ask Granny got it. Ask Granny, drop it. Drop your cash app. Yes, you are right. See, Granny, they ain't on the. He said, and why are you guys here? Why have you guys been chosen for this assignment? Now, you wouldn't know it if you hadn't seen the movie in a long time, unless you really like that movie. And the dude raised his hand. He was like, pick me, pick me. And Will Smith was just sitting there looking like this at the dude. And the dude said, that's because we are the best of the best of the best, sir. And Will Smith just looked at him and bust out laughing like, come on, man. Ask Granny, because I don't think I have your app. Oh, I got a piece of paper right here. Let me get it. April. My birthday is next Tuesday. The 8th is next Tuesday. So it's in about 5 or 6 days. I gotta tell my husband I want some money. Show me the money. Is it, Louisa? I miss you. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad. Thank you, God, for Louisa. God, I thank you. Thank you. Bless Louisa's life, Lord, in the name of Jesus. Thank you for Louisa. Thank you. You're such a sweet soul, sweet spirit. You come in the chat on your birthday so we can bless you. I'ma bless you. Come on, my granny. Give it to me, baby. That's all right. What's his name? Rick James. Give it to me, baby. When I came home last night. We do, don't we? Oh, you're driving. I'll go to your page, okay? That's how I'll get it, okay? Ask Granny, I'm going to go to your page. That's how we get it. I keep forgetting about that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Could give somebody else a chance to come on. I've been on long enough. Thank you, everyone, for the blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I hope someone got something from what I said. Like I said, I know I did. I really wasn't, I don't never really plan certain things. And when they happen, they happen. I just go with the flow. So congratulations. I love you too, boo. Congratulations to our blessed dynasty. That is the best news someone could hear in a day. Not one, but 2 blessings. Beautiful. Great grandmother. That's a testament, boo. That's a testament. Okay, Sharon. It was pretty good. I got some transparency. I talked about some stuff. And go check out Sharon. If you haven't seen Nikki React's last video, it's speaking on anxiety and panic attacks, and some self-help stuff. Very, very good. Very informative. Go check it out, okay, baby? All right, guys. Thank you for the 63 likes. That's beautiful. Everyone have a blessed day. I'm going to go get my stuff to get me a sandwich. I love y'all, and God does too. Mean that. Be blessed. Be blessed.